Kia ora, namaste, assalamualaikum, sastriyakal, kemcho, varakam, bula vinaka. Welcome to Cop Chat. I'm Jessica Puang and I'm the Ethnic Responsiveness Manager for Tamaki Makaurau of the New Zealand Police. I'd like to thank Apna TV for allowing us to use this platform to reach out to the communities. Today I have the privilege of inviting a very well-known officer to share her journey and her story of her district. She is well known to many people in New Zealand. She's the first ethnic and Muslim district commander. So let me welcome District Commander of Waitemata District, Superintendent Naila Hassan. Welcome, District Commander Naila Hassan.
Welcome, salam, Jessica.
How are you today?
I'm good, thanks.
Good, good. So it's really a privilege to have you with us today. I go out to the communities a lot and I meet a lot of communities, and every time when I mention your name, they're very proud of you. Not just because you're an ethnic or a Muslim district commander, but from them, the feedback is they've witnessed what you've done for the communities. So today, I thought people will be so happy to hear about your backgrounds and your journey with the police. So please share something with us.
What exactly would you like to know, Jessica?
Where did you come from to start off, and when did you come to New Zealand?
Okay, so I came to New Zealand just before I started school. I was born in London. My dad's Pakistani and my mum's English. So I came with my family to New Zealand just before I was 5 and started a new life. Basically, my parents wanted me to come, us kids to grow up in a safe country.
What inspired you to join the police?
Policing's something I guess I've always wanted to do. Before I joined the police, and when I was going through high school, I was really interested in lifeguarding. So I've been a lifeguard out at Piha for a long time, and I think just that sense of really helping people and making a difference, I guess that's the deep sense I have as an individual, and I guess I saw that in policing. So that's where I started the journey when I was 20.
So how many years have you been in the police?
I know it's hard to believe I'm 50, but I joined the police.
You're 50?
When I was 20.
My gosh, you really don't look like 50. And I heard you're quite an athletic person, is that right?
Yeah, I've played a lot of sports. I've done a few crazy sports like bobsledding for New Zealand, and
wow,
and cycled and done all sorts of events in between the two. But essentially, I do like to keep pretty fit and healthy.
I heard you went overseas to do cycling. Was that a representation of an event or what?
Yeah, so actually I went and did the tour of China, the tour of Chongming Island, which is a women's international tour.
Wow.
And I raced in the New Zealand team over there. That was a few years ago.
Uh-huh.
And I spent a good few New Zealand summers and European winters racing bobsled for New Zealand. So that was leading up to sort of the 2002 and 2006 Olympics.
Wow. So you obviously started as a constable. So what else was part of your journey in this police organisation?
I've had a really varied career, so I only spent a couple of years on the street initially, and I always had a passion for health and fitness, so I took an opportunity to be a physical training instructor for a few years after being on the front line for a short period of time. And then when I came back from that, I decided why not join the criminal investigation branch. So I was a detective for 6-7 years.
Wow.
That was really challenging but really rewarding. So after that, I've sort of had various roles, but essentially worked in prosecutions for a number of years. Found prosecuting really fascinating, and during that time I did a law degree as well. And then I sort of came back out of prosecutions and have had various roles as an inspector before I got promoted. So I've been an area commander and worked in Auckland City, So I've had a feel for a number of districts, worked in Auckland City, went down and worked in Waikato for a couple of years
Right.
as an area commander, came back to our very ethnic part of Tamaki Makaurau, and that was working out of Mangere. So I covered Otahu, Papatoi, Mangere sort of area as an area commander, and then got promoted 7 months ago to district commander here in Waitemata.
Wow, that's a vast experiences you have within the police. So being a female officer and an ethnic officer, what were some of the challenges you would have faced or you have already faced?
Yeah, I think there has been challenges, and it's most of them are internal challenges, I think,
Okay.
with myself. So when I first joined, there was very few females in the New Zealand Police, and I think that in itself is a challenge because you've got to find who you are in a male-dominated working environment, and that can be quite challenging, particularly when you're young.
Yeah.
So, and you're quite influenced. Having said that, I was playing competitive sport, so it kind of gave me an easy out for not, I suppose, socialising and doing what everyone else was doing. But and I've only kind of faced it a few in the last 5 years, is that I spent many years not letting anyone know I was Muslim.
All right.
So people knew I had an Eastern background, but they didn't realise I was Muslim. And I think, it was one of those personal things that you kind of want to leave at home when you go to work because you kind of want to fit in. Eventually, and for me, it took me far too long to say it's okay to be different. It's okay to have diversity in the workplace.
Mm.
And I think the New Zealand Police changed probably about 5 or 6 years ago significantly when we got, in 2014, we got a new value in diversity, as you know,
that's right.
one of our core values. And I think the Commissioner really gave us the licence to value diversity and inclusion.
Mm.
And as a result of that, and it was around then, or maybe a year or so before then, that I had a supervisor who said, you really need to be proud of who you are, and a little bit of deep thinking and realising where I was and how, more than anything, more influential I was as a female, as an ethnic officer, but as an inspector as well, and the difference I can make for all those people that follow and I want to follow in my footsteps. So it was about time that it was step up or step out, in terms of what I stand for.
Yeah, I think we are all very appreciative of what Commissioner Mike Bush have done by adding the diversity and empathy into our values. What was the greatest impact after you've revealed your being a Muslim and coming out of that? What was the most memorable impact that you think you've given to the people?
I think, so there's two parts of it. One is the impact on me was significant because I couldn't believe the number of people at every level in the organisation that reached out to me and said, wow, that is just awesome that you've said that. I never knew, and so proud of you. But the second part is the impact I now have on others to say, this is how we are, this is the welcome I got, and this is the difference we can make as ethnic people, as females in our organisation, and therefore giving them a licence to bring the real them to work. So we talk about being authentic as a leader, but we talk about being authentic at every level in the organisation. Who you are at home actually is who you should bring to work. So whether that's being a mother or a father, whether it's, so it doesn't matter whether it's gender, whether it's ethnicity, whether it's age, whether it's social context, bring the person you are, because that's the person we liked and wanted to join the New Zealand Police. So continue to be that person. Don't try and be like everyone else.
Yeah. I actually deliberately asked the district commander this question so that all of you can hear from the horse's mouth. But actually, when I go out to the communities, we are already seeing quite a few female Muslim people who have already put up their hands to want to join the police simply because of your role modeling. Yeah. So if you want to join the police, please come. So now let's talk a little bit about Waitemata district. So can you share with us where exactly is that boundaries when we talk about this district?
Yeah, so Waitemata district essentially starts at the Harbour Bridge and it goes north through to Mangawhai Heads, so way up north, cross over to just north of Kaiwaka, which is sort of Brenderwins, and back down all the way down the west coast through to New Lynn. So it's it is, and everything in between that. So the North Shore, all the west coast beaches, all the North Shore beaches, all the way up to Mangawhai and Kaiwaka. So it is the second biggest district in the country, or second most populated district in the country.
Oh, okay. So now that you've already been in the district for slightly more than 6 months?
Yeah.
What do you think you like most about this Waitemata district?
The things I guess I like is the diversity, and that's, so one part is about the communities. We've got a really diverse community, and whether it's ethnicity or culture or faith, it really is, it's chalk and cheese. So not only that in terms of the people, but also the actual physical environment. You've got the wild west coast beaches, you've got the the beautiful east coast beaches, and everything in between. So you've got really diverse communities, and I think that's a great thing, and that's also quite a challenge.
Okay, so are there any challenges that you actually could see that we need to do something about it?
Yeah, so the challenges in Waitemata really are making sure that we respond to the needs of the community. So our motto in New Zealand Police is safer communities together, as you know. And our purpose is to be safe and feel safe. And that's inclusive of every single person. So how do we connect with our communities in a way that they feel safe and that they are safe and that they have the trust and confidence of the New Zealand Police?
Sure. So with now that we heard about the likes and maybe those challenges, what do you hope to achieve? Your vision, the goals for Waitemata district?
It's kind of, in a way, it's so simple. It's that everyone is safe and feels safe in the district. But I want them to be able to feel that they have confidence in the New Zealand Police, most of all. So when we talk about trust and confidence, it's about trusting us that when you call us, we will be there. Trusting us as an organisation and as individuals. And that's why it helps reflecting your community in terms of, say, ethnicity. We get our mandate to police from our communities.
Mm-hmm.
That mandate from our communities comes from connecting with the communities. The way we connect with the communities is we are a fair reflection of those communities. So that's what I mean by trying to have a multicultural policing service to make sure we connect well with our multicultural communities. So, I suppose my goals are that everyone feels they can pick up the phone, they trust the New Zealand Police, and actually they have confidence in us. So they know if they pick up the phone and they need us, we'll be there. If they pick up the phone and want some advice, we're there to give them the advice. As you know, we've got 2 numbers now. We've got our 111 emergency number, and then we've got the non-emergency number. So everything else you want to speak to the police with is that new number, that 105.
Sure. You just mentioned that you would like the community to trust us, that when they call us, that the police will be there. And sometimes the police cannot be there. What advice would you give to the communities if the police actually cannot be there when the time they call?
It depends on what sort of situation it is. So our advice, my advice would be the police assess everything in terms of seriousness and need. So we assess everything based on the information we get. So the best thing our community can do is actually give us the detailed information that they can. The more detail they give us and information in a phone call, the better ability we have to triage that and put it in the right place in terms of priorities. Obviously, if someone's in trouble and there's danger to life or property, then that might be something that we'd go to a lot quicker than perhaps someone reporting
A 105 call.
Yeah, someone reporting something that happened yesterday and they just want to report it for, in order to make an insurance claim, for example. So there's, we need to prioritise the things. So when people most desperately need us,
Yes.
we will do everything we can to be there.
Thank you. So I really like the way you said, it's about safer communities together. So how can the communities work together with the police to achieve this?
Yeah, so it's about supporting us, but we're actually supporting them.
Yes.
So ultimately, at the end of the day, what we want to do, and I talk about be safe and feel safe, we need to know what the problems are in the community in order for us to achieve what the community needs of us. So we need to be informed, we need to know what the intelligence picture is telling us all the time. Now we can get that, and the more information we have, the better we can accurately deploy to the needs of the community. So capable guardians is something that we really value. Now capable guardians could be neighbourhood support, it could be our community patrols, it could be security guards doing their rounds. All of those people coming and feeding into what we call our intelligence cycle, so that then we can deploy in a manner that is the smartest way, so that we deploy to the right place at the right time in order to prevent crime and also make our communities feel safer.
District Commander, I work with you in the same station, and I know you work long hours, but you're always so upbeat and you never look tired. Now, can you please share with us that secret of yours?
There's no secret, Jessica.
Yes.
Look, it's about loving your job. I've got a passion, just an absolute passion for policing. Yes, I've been doing it for 30 years, but every single day I wake up, I just can't wait to get to work because I love policing. I love it because I know the difference I can make to our community, but also the difference I can make to our staff. And as a leader, it's my job to make sure that I lead in a manner that gives our staff energy and engages our people, because there is nothing more valuable than our people in the organisation. So I'm here to support our people, our police, sworn police officers, but also police employees, and you'll know that yourself.
Yes.
The unsung heroes that do all the background work, that sit in the back offices like our file management centre, our typists, people like that probably don't get the recognition that they deserve. So for me, it's about, I'm energetic anyway. I got bundles of energy. And
you always have that beautiful smile. Okay, let's put the police aside. As just yourself, I would really like you to talk to our female audience about just inspire them with your being you.
So I think if we're talking about inspiration, I think the big thing is that you are yourself. If you've got a passion, it doesn't matter what you want to do. Passion equals talent for me. If you're passionate about something, you will achieve it. So whether you strive for a goal, you want to join a job, you want to be an athlete, you want to be the best mother in the world to your children, everything's about passion. So if you're passionate, you'll be inspirational. And at the end of the day, everything is about people. So things come and go in life, but nothing is more important than our people. So whether that's your family, whether that's the people you work with or that work with you, like our police family, or whether that's our community. So, yeah, just be yourself.
And some of you may wish to know that I have witnessed District Commander looking after victims of Christchurch, going to hospital every day for not just 1 week or 2 weeks, every day for many months. And until now, she's still very, very close with the family. So this is something that really touched my heart, and it's absolutely inspiring being that role model for us. So that's all the time we have for today. Thank you very much, District Commander. It's been really, really inspiring. So Your feedback is important. Thank you for watching CopChat.